What's good, y'all? Relax, relax. I know. Relax. I know. You have been waiting. You have been waiting. You was waiting for me to come through and break these topics down. How you doing? How your evening going? How your mama doing? I hope she's doing well. Hope your whole family's doing well. Hope y'all are able to eat steak, lamb when you can. But you know what I hope more than anything else? For the six path commandments. Six paths dice here. Mr. Lane, if you need me, welcome to the channel. How y'all doing? Hold on. Welcome yourselves. Congratulations, you made it here. Please like, share, subscribe. We'll get into a few topics. We're gonna get into how Drake gonna keep on winning. Drake is going to do the World Cup, you haters. Eat it up. You understand? We're gonna talk about this I can't pay the rent TikTok challenge. I'm gonna make sense out of that and try to give you a very unique perspective you ain't thought about. And you know what's gonna be crazy? I'm going to think of it right now. Right now. Okay. So I'm gonna play this. We'll play that. So this based off of this trend where the woman gets to the camera, puts the camera on her man, says, "Babe, I can't pay the rent this month." So shout out to Angry Man. He was reacting to this drawing last night. Had a whole conversation about the kind of women that get quote unquote providers, or when we say providers, we mean more so the kind of man that can take care of himself and other people. Because the thing about that word is that now that word has stopped being really a positive word, and it's become this thing where we're pulling the man further and further away from humanity. You understand? When you're not really seeing them as a person, you kind of saying, like, you're a provider, you're this, you're that. But there's nothing wrong with that. I do that. I whenever I could talk to men and younger men in particular, productivity is always at the top of my list in terms of what I'm going to encourage you to be working on. And well, specifically, when I talk to Black people, I'm very big on communication. That's why I started this channel, because I work with various populations, and one of the biggest problems we have is communication. And again, one of the goals of the channel is to help you improve your communication and help improve your relationships with people, places, and things, and ultimately get you to grow the fuck up. But the thing is, when we have conversations and we use too much slang, too many metaphors, it gets to a point where nothing happens because we're not calling things what they are. I remember when Kevin Samuels talked about the concept of, like, not even concept, but basically when someone is fat, or when to call someone fat. And for the most part in the Black community, as long as you wasn't big as fuck, if you had any kind of shape to you, people would say you was thick. As far as women go, they would say you was thick. You know what I'm saying? And not really call it necessarily what it was. Don't get me wrong. Of course, Black men like myself, if that fat going to the right places, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But I kind of understand. You know what? Damn. You know what? Yeah, that woman is too big, and I shouldn't. What the hell? And I shouldn't support that just because, again, it's falling into places I like. But anywho, I bring that up because, again, what goes on a lot is that we don't make it a point to call things what they are, and then it gets to a point where we don't realize that we're in the realm of lying and not telling the truth. Which we don't call shit what it is, you're not telling the truth, and whether you mean to or not, you're lying. You understand? Let me tell you something else. I'm just touching a bunch of buttons. I'm just pushing buttons. I'm sorry, I'm getting ADHD. But yo, let's get to this first challenge, this first John right here. We're gonna just get into that, and I'm gonna get into the other. So this is the original video where old girl is telling her husband, "I can't pay the rent." I don't get it. to be honest with you. But I'm go ahead and play it and check him out. Yeah, so yeah.
Babe, I have something to tell you.
Okay.
I can't pay the rent this month.
Why not?
I just don't have the money for it.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
First of all, I, I, I think that the sandwich he's holding in his hand is really the star of the show. It's seriously the star of the show. Somebody, the person who posted this John said he's living a soft life. Nah, he definitely is, bro. He definitely got video games. He got mad games. You heard me? He got hella games. He got, matter of fact, he got all the games. He got time for hobbies. All right, she found some hobbies every single year. She gotta make sure she had that bread for that Comic-Con, or he gonna flip the fuck out. He do Civil War reenactments. Okay, that guy got all kinds of time on his hand. But anywho,
No, I just don't have the money. I think with all the Christmas shopping and everything, I didn't stick to our budget, I guess.
it also says, "Tell my husband I can't pay the rent. I'm the breadwinner." Boom.
Oh my God. You just made the budget like last week, though.
I know, and I don't have the money for it. I don't know what to do.
Yo, everyone was talking about how he was holding this sandwich. Yo, fact, he's so stressed out that he has now put the sandwich down just on the table. It's not even sitting on top of nothing. He's just putting the sandwich on the table. He was ready to go too, fam. He got that's a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Okay, he got his sleeves rolled up. Yo, those are not the forearms of a man. See, I don't like when men who are not tough got beards like this. He don't deserve to have this kind of beard. See, that's one more law that's going to be a part of what I'm going to support and try to get pushed to Congress. Is that under my law, you got to have a beer license, bro. So every 4 years, you got to renew your beer license. We're going to see how many push-ups you can do, how much weight you can lift. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit one of those machines where you punch the machine. And there's a score. We got one of those for you, and one of those grippers. You know what I'm saying? Like when you squeeze it and whatnot. We're gonna see how you do with that. And you take your man test, you know what I mean? And then you go into a little slapping contest. Nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? As long as you don't cry, you have your license, your beard license. But you can't be no sissy, no punk with a beard like that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he would definitely wouldn't be able to get his beard license. And if he was caught in public under my regime without his beard license, it will be shaved on site.
Can you just do like overtime or something on the weekends?
You want me?
He asked her to do overtime. I ain't gonna lie, that's the point at which I have to say, you know what? It's getting a little abusive. Who tells another human being to do overtime? But you know what else I thought too? Shout out to the divestors. Whoa, hold on. What's the because 6 past dice? What's a divestor? A divestor is usually a black woman who has had a lot of bad experiences and probably a stiff wig and and also has fully given into the ambitions of being Mrs. Cartwright to the point where she gonna pay that tax. It's almost always a divested tax. Maybe listen, one way or the other. She paid one way or the other. You know what I mean? But I also thought this was an interesting story because divestors go on and on and on about how much better white men are. I'm gonna tell you something right now. The dude you see in this video, tell me you haven't seen a black woman who dates white guys date a dude who look just like this. Anywho, he said do overtime.
You work overtime on the weekends?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to go back to work.
Okay.
Like he said, I don't want to have to go back to work as if it will be dangerous. Somebody, sir. So what's going on here? Who is this dude? Who is this guy? It's a wild conversation. These are not man responses. But it's also, because I'm assuming this is a real couple, this is also a good example of the kind of guys that you'll mess with. Now, maybe not someone that's like this, like he just seems like a large, just a walking vagina. Be honest with you, like just he's a whole man giant over there. This don't seem tough at all. So he throws hissy fits, but women get to choose who gets to have sex, right? I think the way that y'all arrive at getting with guys who are this useless is because those kind of guys are going to be accepted. Listen, she probably into some kind of alternative lifestyle. All right, and you don't see in a minute. You know what I mean? Best look anything. But anyway, let me I'm gonna let it play. My bad, y'all. I'm rambling.
Okay. Yeah. Are you serious? You want me to work overtime on the weekends?
I just after
So I'm assuming that she doesn't have like she doesn't work on the weekends, maybe, and he's just telling her, "Yo, go pick up some overtime, so that we can pay, so you can pay the rent." It's crazy work.
what happened, they said I couldn't come back, so it's not like I can just go back and start doing hours again. It's not that big of a deal. Just like grab some extra shifts on the weekend.
Oh my God. Hey babe, I have something to tell you.
But you know what's funny? I was looking at the Anton reaction. Anton Daniels, shout out to my man Anton. He's saying I don't want to hear nothing from black women. But you know what else? This whole scenario is not really that far off, to be honest with you. Because for the most part, again, like, yo, now that we have all these dating shows, we have all this data, come to find out for the most part, y'all get into, and now I'm talking about just about modern women in general, but black women in particular, y'all be getting with dudes who ain't got nothing going on. Y'all at least get at least one of those. Either a dude who is like crazy and he be wilding and he's like actually cheating. Like I knew someone that actually was like she had a relationship where the dude had a baby on her. Like actually this dude got like mad kids. Like it's wild. I remember when I first met him. I mean, like I felt like he told me he had like 4 kids or something like that. Something crazy. Or it was like mad kids. I put it like that. And like I remember his ex was telling me how like he had a baby on me. He had a baby on you. You know how rare it is for a man to have first of all, you don't have a baby on someone. How do you have a baby on someone? You can't have a baby on someone. What are you talking about, right? So it's between those guys and really, especially my generation. Because again, a lot of us, again, we were the generation that was raised by the people who didn't have a mother and father in the home. So a lot of us grew up not really not getting how this shit works. You know what I mean? And the best thing for men need to have as much control over their environment as possible. And especially in modern society, there's so like finance has a lot to do with what you're able to control in your life, how you see yourself, and and your self-esteem. Let me tell you something. You know how much stronger I feel in my own space? Like staying with family for a little bit. Pardon me. Sorry. But staying with family for a little bit, like it wasn't the worst thing, but you could definitely tell the difference, right? And I didn't feel as much like a man. Now luckily, I get along great with my family, and we not butting heads like and stuff like that. But you feel much more like a man when you got your own space and everything is in your name, and no one can tell you that you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Or no one can say, you know what? I don't think this is working out. You need to get out of here, or you need to go sleep on the couch, or whatever. Or not only that, you make all the rules, right? But anywho, so women also, so in terms of this challenge right here, women actually started to do. Actually, it's kind of a flex on modern women. To be real with you, like this TikTok trend, the response to this video has become a trend where married women or women who are in relationships are taking out time to boo on you single ladies. So I'm gonna go ahead and play a few Johns from TikTok with other women doing the how can I say the I can't pay the rent challenge.
Hey, babe. So I checked my account today, and
Your account?
yeah, and I'm not gonna be able to pay the mortgage this month.
You're not gonna what?
I'm not going to be able to pay the mortgage this month.
Well, hell, you don't ever.
First, yo, that delayed reaction was crazy. Listen, that means that he might not have been listening, or his mom was on something else. He had to think about what the hell he just heard her say. And what's funny is a lot of the videos that you're going to see are men saying the same thing, and they're like, "What are you talking about? What do you mean?"
Never paid the fucking mortgage anyway. So what's fucking changed?
I was just going to let you know that I can't pay it this month.
Oh, thanks for letting me know.
I have something to tell you
Okay. Why are you recording?
because it's important, and don't be upset, okay? I cannot make the mortgage this month. I can't pay it.
You don't pay the mortgage.
I'm just letting you know I can't pay it this month.
You don't pay it any month. I'm confused. What do you?
I'm just letting you know I can't pay it this month.
That's not part of your responsibilities. You take care of the kids. I pay the mortgage.
I know.
You bend over the counter.
My
I
God!
pay your car payment.
Can't make the car payment this month either.
You don't. What do you mean? You don't pay the car payment. I don't.
I'm just letting you know this month I can't pay the mortgage or the car payment. I can't do it. I'm just letting you know.
That's not part of your responsibility. That's mine. And yours is going upstairs right now and taking your clothes off. What are you still doing here?
Hey, babe, I know you're watching football, but I gotta talk to you about something important. So, I'm not gonna be able to pay the mortgage this month. Like, I don't have any extra money to help you pay the mortgage this month. You know, like Black Friday shopping and then Christmas coming up with all the kids. So, like, I just wanted to tell you ahead of time, I'm not gonna be able to help you pay the mortgage this month.
Yeah, okay. So, but, you know, are you saying like,
Why are you laughing? This is serious. I don't have the money to pay the mortgage.
So I thought Angry Man made an interesting point about how these men looked, right? And I guess his point was that according to women on social media, now people may say that's just the internet, but we have countless comments of real people saying their opinions about these topics, right? And he made 2 points. One was that basically that, you know, where do women get off with this whole idea that he's going to be this person who can earn at a high level and he also has to be extremely good looking, but basically wanting men to be something that they're not, right? And something that's just not really attainable. Me personally, I always say that always kind of comes back to how much do you value relationships? You know what I'm saying? Because when you really want something, you'll kind of take it how you can get it or however you can get it. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not going to come up with a bunch of caveats and reasons for it to not happen. You're going to get it or take it however you can get it. Pause, right? So hence the 50-50 conversation, the high value man conversation. These are all conversations, these are all conversations to build up the idea and spread the idea that people are not getting together because the men are not up to par. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a few different things. For one, all the guys that were in those videos were regular looking guys. Okay, regular dudes. Also, women who are in relationships don't have to worry about these things. For the most part, it is pretty common that either the man pays the lion's share or he's going to pay for almost everything. All right. And this is what it actually looks like. All right. There are people throughout the country having a regular life where, again, it is normal for the man to be paying it. Because you and we had some brothers in there too. And I'm saying, now I didn't play the whole thing. The guy had a lot of different clips, but I seen a few brothers in there as well. But these are also the men who are keeping the world going. You understand? Because in a lot of different ways, I really don't like these podcasts where it's almost like you got a bunch of guys who get together to creatively come up with a way to, for one, make men rethink how they see relationships or how they see the things that they want. You know what I mean? So, for example, we'll show you this clip right here. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Boom. Right here.
A lot of times men think they're setting boundaries and they're using that as an excuse to be insecure.
What do you
Right?
mean by that?
What do I mean by that? When men tell women what they can and can't wear. When a man is saying that if I'm with a woman, my woman can't wear this, she can't do this, she can't go here, she can't go there.
Okay.
Right? And they saying that like, no, that's my boundary. And the woman is saying you're insecure. She's right, you are insecure.
Yeah.
Because your boundary is for yourself, not for her.
See, that's what I'm talking about. None of that is helpful to a man. So he's gonna make the point about when you met her, she was dressing like a hoe, and now that you're with her, you want to stop dressing. That's, again, this is a great example of a woman's talking points or stuff that women say coming through a man's. Pause. But basically, hearing a man express a female sentiment. Sir, when women open their mouths one way or the other, they do it to try to benefit other women and benefit themselves, okay? It's not helpful to other men to basically make them think that, and again, he does make a point that, this is how she was when you got her, but at the end of the day, it's still not a positive thing for her to be doing it. Women wouldn't make that kind of argument because women have established an expectation with men, and all men are aware of this, is that you are to keep getting better or trying to stay on point to make sure you don't, for one, make sure you don't fall off and don't lose the relationship. Men are aware of that. Men are. It is normal to expect men to get in a relationship and change everything that he's doing. Because the thing is also, I think he's also getting into the wrong conversation. If she loves you and cares about you, women join cults. They get into cults. If you are famous enough, got enough status, women will bang you off of that. Women will do anything they want for the man they like, okay? We got to start acknowledging that. Because look at all these bums out here. I really knew someone that dead ass had a relationship with a guy and had kids with him and married him. And this dude, almost the way she told the story, never had a job. Or he never could maintain a job. So she paid pretty much all the bills while he did whatever. And that was a dude she chose to be with. All right. And this is someone that's attractive. Now she had gained weight while she was with him and whatnot. But she gave him her best years. But this is someone she said, you know what? This would be a great guy to get pregnant by. Because again, it wasn't like at one point he had it going on and then he fell off. Nah, but the reality is like, yo, men gotta understand, yo, whoever a woman has kids with or had a kid with, look into that guy. If you want to deal with a woman with kids, it's like a cheat code. Ask about baby daddy. If she describes some crazy individual, yo, you dodge the bullet. Don't deal with her. Because also that says that that's what she's used to working with too. All right, especially if that dude don't sound nothing. If a woman talk about her exes and her exes don't sound like they're the same caliber dude as you, or it's the same kind of dude as you, fam. Especially if she starts talking about hand on job. But it's actually extremely common for women who got degrees and shit like that to get them kind of relationships. But again, a lot of that shit comes from you. I mean, ultimately, it's a problem that black folks have in general, and this is why we can't. I want to say why we can't get nowhere, but we don't realize, yo. Everyone needs leadership. Everyone needs to be coached. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, too. When that brother was talking, he's talking about tricking black men out their spot. Tricking black men into basically feeling wrong for having a preference or saying, hey, if you want to be with me, you gotta make this change, right? And here's the thing about that, right? And this is why I bring this up. When you get with a woman, everything in your life changes. You do a series of things that you don't want to do. Men never want to hang out with your family. May not hate your family, but may never say, "Oh man, you know what? I would love to see my girl's cousin. I want to see how she doing. I think I wonder how my girlfriend's father's doing. I want to go look at him. It's not how. And again, y'all might be good. I don't know, but I'm just saying that's not how it works. It's not how it works, man. Sorry, I had to blow my nose. But yeah, that's just not how that works. But I'm gonna let him finish his point real quick, and then I'm gonna get back into the other topics at hand, man.
So if your standard was I don't date women who dress like this, you wouldn't be dating shorty. You crossed your own boundary because you knew you don't want a woman who dressed like this. She was bad as fuck, dressed just like that. Your lust took over, and you cuffed shorty, and now you telling her to stop doing some shit she was already doing. That's not a boundary. That's not because if the standard was for yourself, you wouldn't have dated shorty. Now you're trying to make a standard for her. That's not a boundary. That's an insecurity. And the thing is, if you control yourself, you don't have to control other people.
And this is what I'm talking about. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot of things he's saying sounds good. He said if you can control yourself, you have to control other people. Okay, like you're making a point. What you have is a series of people online who find artistic ways. They just saying one or two things. They're just saying that you need to be making $1 million a week, right? Or they're basically saying that you have outdated ideas on how relationships are supposed to go. Now, mind you, given most modern men are not getting what they want out of relationships. I guarantee you, in those men you saw in the videos, yeah, they joking about the fact that he paid the rent and stuff like that, but we have no idea. Listen, that white guy, he wasn't laughing with her. You know what I'm saying, like the way he was reacting, that wasn't the reaction of a couple where like y'all be having a good time because like he may be sick of her. I don't know. So you don't want to be getting Brad all riled up. All right, 1 second, man. Let's get to this next topic. Oh yeah, my bad. I think I had one more thing to say about the whole challenge with women, reacting. They really was taking a big poo-poo on you single women. All right, and like I was saying before, realistically, especially for black people, y'all going to have to really. And again, the economy is bringing everybody back to reality. All right, where like more and more. Y'all realizing basically you're going to have to start seeing the value in a relationship. Okay. And the value of staying in one, and you'll never have no financial problems. If y'all both got a decent job, then both y'all ain't never broke. All right. And it's just simple as that. And also, again, if y'all want the rent paid, the guys you saw in the video, those the kind of dudes, them people was not living in the lap of luxury. Those are regular looking dudes. They in their work clothes, they in their house clothes and stuff like that. They not decked out or nothing. Regular freaking people, regular freaking dudes. Those are the kind of dudes who are going to make that happen. All right, not the nigga with the aesthetics. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let's do this next topic, man. So, welcome back. You know what I mean? Hold on, man. Hold on. Welcome back. All right, we in the second half. You made it. If you still here, please like, share, subscribe. Trying to feed these babies, beloved. Okay, and drop a comment down in the comment section on these topics. I appreciate y'all, and also I appreciate all the new people who joined the channel. I found out a lot of y'all be watching and don't be subscribing. Listen, come on, man. Come on, man. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll wait a second. Hold on. You good? All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. All right, man. So I'm not gonna lie. I think this might be the funniest joke Andrew Schultz has ever made. So Andrew Schultz does a podcast with Charlamagne, the guy called The Brilliant Idiots and whatnot. So he's made some jokes on the podcast about black women, and it was some podcast with these guys. I think it's called Shits and Gigs. These like these black guys from the UK, I believe, and they were talking about women and this and that. And so Kendrick decides to drop a panda bear line because real talk. I never thought about how many things this nigga was doing to pander to this whole like basically like how can I put it? Basically like this like Black Panther aesthetic. I never thought about how much like he just like had a line that like King of Wakanda aesthetic thing going on. Like I never seen this nigga put on this crown of thorns. Why are you wearing a crown of thorns? Like, you know what I mean? This whole thing. I never thought about that. I look about these old pictures where he got his hair is half braided, half out, and this all like the just the brother polite shit. You know what I'm saying? Just the OG Sharif energy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how to put it. But anywho, so he has a line on the album saying, you don't let a white comedian talk about black women. That's law. So I didn't know he was talking about Andrew Schultz. So apparently he's talking about Andrew Schultz. So yesterday I shared this tweet from Punch. He says, wait, what? Wait. I know as a black man who's involved in hip-hop music that we are a bit slow and don't really understand sarcasm and humor. Did my guy say he wants to sleep with Dot?
I mean, no. I mean, here's the thing. This is the thing that is kind of funny about it is like first of all, Kendrick's people and the gang affiliate, everybody, his security, they will kill me. They will destroy me. They'll find me in the street. They'll fucking cut me up. They'll shoot. They'll do whatever. I'm not a tough guy. Y'all do. But just Kendrick, I would make love to him. And there's nothing he could do about it. Just Kendrick Lamar, I would make love to him. And the only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. That's the only thing he could do. If it's me and Kendrick, this is about physics.
So that was the video right there. You know what I'm saying? So he goes in depth. It's actually pretty hilarious, right? But this is one of the reasons why. And shout out to Angry Man, he made this point the other day too about like you don't come for comedians. Comedians have to be able to express themselves without being censored because it's their art to do social commentary. It's their art to talk about their observations. Fam, every other group of people has jokes made about them. Everyone talks about everyone. Black people don't realize that you've gotten to where you have this eye. Don't get me wrong. It's something different if someone's calling us the N-word, if someone's telling us that we don't deserve a certain opportunity or we shouldn't go to a certain place, if someone is making assumptions about our intelligence or this things like that, right? Your intelligence, your class, things like that. You know what I mean? Basically, when someone's treating you unfair or talking to you disrespectfully, that's something totally different, right? But when it comes to comedians in particular, you cannot look at it the same way because it's for the sake of entertainment. Like again, black comedians, do we not have jokes about white people and other groups of people? Yeah, it's called fucking comedy. Sorry, it's called comedy. Okay? So what I was saying before was that Andrew Schultz is not a black man. He's not in the community. You can't tell him what to say and think. You're used to dealing with niggas where you can tell a nigga what to say and what to think. All right? So to the point where that's why all our art forms die because you got some niggas sitting around saying, well, you don't sound like the last nigga, so I don't like you. Yo, niggas heard Jay-Z, people had Jay-Z come to the office to rap, and they heard Jay rap and say, nah, I'm good. Sylvia Rowland told Drake, you'll never have a career in the industry. Look at him now. All right. Speaking of which, hold on, y'all. So it's always so interesting how, and this has been kind of pretty common knowledge. Pretty common knowledge that Drake is involved with the first World Cup halftime show event for 2026. So the caption says, if Drake performs at the World Cup of 2026, this solidifies him as the biggest rapper ever. This nigga writes under there, it doesn't matter. The way things are trending music-wise, by 2026, Drake will no longer be culturally relevant to hip-hop in America. The problem with this argument as it is a bigger event, but no one cares about the performance football fans watch because of the sport itself, and we don't care who performs, whereas a Super Bowl performance is what some people watch the game for and want to watch to see how good it is. Football fans just want to support their country, but they could get any artist to perform, that doesn't matter. Fam, and this is what we're talking about. When it comes to black men, this is a part of this. That's for men in general, for greats in general. And this is why you don't listen to people. Don't rap for these niggas, man. Don't create for these niggas, man. Because they ungrateful. You ungrateful. Fam, how do you take someone performing on the biggest stage? He said they could get anyone to do it, but Drake's doing it. They didn't pick Lil Baby. They didn't pick Future. They didn't pick Kendrick. So how come they didn't ask Kendrick? No, they didn't ask him. And they didn't randomly pick Drake. This is the biggest artist in the world. The reason why I'm going to keep fighting for this shit is because I'm not going to let you niggas shit on winners. Because that's a loser mentality. Kendrick teaches you how to be a fucking loser. The stuff he rap about, again, not that I don't like Kendrick. I mean, I'm a fan, but to keep it a stack with you know, Mr. Morale, I didn't enjoy that. I didn't enjoy a majority of To Pimp a Butterfly. I had to say, you know what? I like 5 songs from there. And I like those 5 songs a lot. But you had like 13, 14 tracks of music. I can only listen to like 5. Section 80 was one of his best projects. You know why it was one of his best projects? Because it actually, it moves in a regular direction. It sounds like good music. It feels good. Like he's really talked y'all into letting him just challenge your ear to the point where he doesn't try to make you a song that sound good. Just because it sound good doesn't mean he's not saying nothing. But Kendrick is not really no profound nigga. He has the image. You niggas is so stupid. Black people are so stupid that you buy into just the archetype. This man has never had no comment. There was no videos online of him doing an interview or kicking it with no one where he says anything smart or profound. You make that assumption because of the tone and what it seems as though his music is about. Now I'm like, Damn is his best album. Section 80 and Damn. In terms of like where you got it right away, you didn't have to hear it a bunch of times to like it and whatnot. Damn was more straightforward. It was more stripped down in a way where I can play even the songs I didn't like on there, I like it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was peak Kendrick because I think that was everything that he could do all at once. I never was mad at Kendrick challenging the listener because I understand that, hey, this is the road you have to take to bring me this really great song. So I never got mad about it. But keeping it a stack, I'm like, bro, but that don't mean you can give me a whole album. But even when I hear in the future, I can't vibe with it. When Kanye had Yeezus back in 2013, it fucked people's heads up. But it aged on you in a good way because it was still a bunch of great songs. People didn't like it as much because the raps was too basic. But overall, all those records aged good. It just was just that it just was very uncomfortable to listen to at the time. You know what I mean? It was but I think that was peak. That was Kanye's peak. He'll never be back there again in terms of what he can do and his power and whatnot. That was the last time he was ever going to hit Kanye and feel yo, this is hard. This shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like New Slaves. You know what I'm saying? What's other shit he had, man? Black. Shit. What was it? Black something. It was a joint he performed on I'm saying like that shit. I forget what it was called, but anyway, but he had Jones like that on there. But anywho, with black men in particular, when it comes to our success, you need to go find other black men who believe in you and support you, okay? Because at the end of the day, because like yo, listen, if y'all was to accomplish what this man's accomplished and help the people he helped, since when did the history of fucking music does an artist as big as Drake give you a record and you can say that doesn't help people? Yeah, I made that video saying he helped more black people because the thing is, when Drake got on your record, that was your opportunity to take off. And a lot of artists that you listen to today had a Drake feature. 21 Savage, The Weeknd, Future. You know what I'm saying? I think both babies, the baby and little baby. You know what I'm saying? Fetty Wap. You know what I mean? Who else? Like actually, I'm gonna keep saying it. K-Dot himself. K-Dot might have gotten the biggest Drake stimulus package. Pause. All right. He gave him 3 looks. He didn't just give you, let's say, yo, give me a verse of my album. He gave you a song and let you rap a song on his album. The biggest album of his career on the biggest artist at that time. Drake has remained the biggest artist at all times for the time this man that came out. You got a verse on that album, right? Also, he took you on that tour. And he talked about, yo, I got to be in front of people I never seen before. You know what I'm saying? Or they've never seen me before. And it grew my fan base, right? Then he gave him the Poetic Justice. These are all huge looks. And guess what it did? That's how you get SZA, Schoolboy Q. Of course, people was already there, but TDE becomes popping after Kendrick blows up. Because it builds the momentum. Because I still, and that doesn't take away from TDE's ability to pick talent. I love their roster. I love what they do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm not going to tolerate shitting on winners just because we can. This whole Drake not going to be relevant. It's not. Drake is not going nowhere. If you think Drake not going to be relevant or going to be, fam, I don't know what to tell you. You got some kind of, and you know what else too? Again, when it comes to really anything, black people never want to invest in the future. We always want things to stay the same. Because the issue that people had with Drake was that Drake wasn't confined, that Drake was free. And he wasn't confined to how niggas think. All right. That's why he thought, you know what? I can expand my sound. I can be more versatile. I can do a London flow. People might want to call it biting. No, it's called being versatile. It's called having style. Because again, no one's saying that K-Dot is biting E40 style or biting the Bay Area rapper style. The way Kendrick rapping on this GNX album, he don't rap like that. I'm like, what is this shit? I don't want to hear Not Like Us 100 more times, bro. I like Kendrick when he rap a bunch of words at one time. When he just stuff all the words into a bar. That's what I want. That's what I need. You understand?
I snap my fingers. You forget that you ever gave. I was never gay, exactly. Wait, no, stop. Yes. No, stop. You can't. I was never. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious.
All right, man. We're gonna take a little break. I'll be right back, man. All right, we back, man. Let's see if we got anything else before we move along. Oh, yeah. So I want to share this before we get into the topic, man. So Ice Cube's son, I think it's O'Shea Jackson, says comedian Andrew Schultz tells Ice Cube's, oh my bad, I got it backwards. Okay, I'm sorry. Comedian Andrew Schultz tells Ice Cube's son O'Shea Jackson Jr. to Google no Vaseline by his dad after O'Shea called him weird for his Kendrick Lamar comments. So he says weird ass ninja in response to this whole thing, and then you see Andrew Schultz's comment right there, right? So if you don't know, no Vaseline is basically a metaphor that Ice Cube had came up with for how basically the dudes who were still signed to the other company was basically getting screwed. You know what I mean? So they basically say, hey, like you taking up the butt with no Vaseline. You know what I mean? And that was the big punchline of the song. It wasn't really that much else going on. It just had a lot of shot value. But that's a good point. And again, there are many insults and mind control tactics that are used particularly on black men, right? And it's interesting seeing other black men try to control non-black men by these same means. He does not care that you call him a weird ass ninja, because he also realizes that this is getting him more impressions. More people are coming to his podcast. If anything, you guys are making him a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not going to work, man. So anywho, all right, man. So there's that. I wish Andrew Schultz much luck on his ambitious run against Kendrick, the short one. Anywho, all right, man. Let's get into life after lockup. So we left off with Troy and Zaraya. They have not taken us down yet, so let's go ahead and let this drawing rock, man. So oh, I was wrong. It is going. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can find another copy of the episode.
Do you think to think the certain percent?
Get my point of view. If y'all feel some type of way or something that you think of in your head that makes you panic, just tell me or mama and we can.
All right, that's a different episode. Let's see if this is it.
Move.
How you been the way I feel?
It calms the situation, I guess. I'll slip.
It's completely against me. It's against people in my situation.
Wanted to get it in.
The truth is, I want to be in my daughter's life. That's it, and that's all. What the is wrong with that?
All right, so this is the scene where basically Troy's baby mother has him come meet her at a park and has him under the impression that she will be bringing his daughter. This is after basically Zaraya was wilding out. She was having an episode one morning based on the morning of the anniversary, and she kicks Troy out the car on their way to their like community event that they're sponsoring, where they're giving out food, and she's saying, "Oh, you're texting other women," and that. Kind of find out Troy's writing a Facebook post and writing a post dedicated to her, on his Instagram or Facebook, whatever it was. And at some point, right, when she brings it up, you say, "Yeah, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that," and you're on the phone texting other women, and that hurts me. Like, first of all, who are these other women? If you really seriously think he's texting other women, who are these other women? And then she says, "Oh, well, you never did tell me who you're texting." He says, "Don't worry about who I'm texting." And I was telling y'all, when men don't have control over their environment, they're going to act out in different ways. So he probably takes small opportunities like that to seemingly rebel against her, not knowing that she doesn't have, she has the control that he's giving her. So in his mind, he thinks that she's in charge because she's putting the roof over their head. She's footing the bill and basically providing on in terms of finance and stuff like that. But in all actuality, even then, right? Even then, like he chooses to listen to her. He chooses to go along with things. He chooses to tolerate her because he thinks he has to. And also he thinks that this is what relationships are. You understand? So let's go ahead and skip ahead. Let's see what's going on in the next scene.
I don't get the issue.
So let me try to
Doesn't matter. Because at some point, everything always.
I want to go to let's see. Okay. Let's go to Tenni and Rob. So, Tenni tried to beat up Rob's mom a few months back. When they had to come a home party. Now, don't get me wrong, Rob's mom is very cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm not going to hold you. Okay? Hold on, you know what? We're getting to a different part of the show. Gotta make sure that I play all my sounds.
Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
But this right here is not a dance party with Beyonce. So, in Rob's case, right? So again, most black men go from like one master to another in terms of someone who determines when it's appropriate for you to have certain opinions, when it's appropriate, basically what should make you happy, what should make you feel fulfilled, and basically you need to be. He's in full utility mode. All right, Tenni has done a successful swap out, where she has swapped out this man with her child's father. I know one of them passed away, God bless the dead. But for the one that's alive, she has effectively swapped out and found a daddy for both these kids. All right. And I told y'all before, women be seeing dudes like cars was like, oh, all right, well, I got a new car now. Hey, look, see, new car. You know what I mean? That's how women look at getting into another relationship. I mean, well, I'll always get a car in the future, right? I get a car, yeah. You know what I mean? You know, but a man is not like a car. But in this case, she did turn him into a damn transformer. All right, because like Rob is like really into being a stepdad. Like he's like the ultimate stepdad. And a part of it, like I always say, is because he doesn't have any experience in relationships like that on the outside world. So he already has an investment in these people. He knows these people. And also, this also just proves how hard men can love, how selfless men can be. Because usually when the guy's getting out of jail, he's not able to support the household right away. I had no idea that he was making so much money online gambling, because then it finally came out how he was making money. He made so much money online gambling that he was able to just start taking care of Tenni full time. Right? And I talked about before, men have to be careful to not overmanage or try to manage things they can't manage. And also men have to be careful to know when to be generous and when you're being too generous. All right. Because I had no idea that Tenni was staying home and she was a stay-at-home mom. And that's probably another reason why he wasn't able to give his mother anything. So I guess before he was paying some of his mom's bills. His mother doesn't come across as industrious. She doesn't come across as someone who's out here hustling and getting to the bag, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? The whole storyline has been about, I'm broke. I need a man. I need money. Give me some money, son. Be my man, son. Like she comes at him like they used to be married. You know what I'm saying? But they are kind of married because he is her son husband. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna just let this play real quick while I get my own charger. Hold on, y'all.
His mother around the kids without me there, or even with me there. I just want to see the kids and know that everything is okay, and that my house is still standing.
I love you. I love you too. Get a hug.
It feels good to actually start building that foundation that we once had. I be wanting somebody to talk to. I might need a few dollars. I mean, sons, that's what they're there for. That's why I had all 5.
God damn, it's 5 of them? Shit. So, I don't know, man. I this gotta be scripted. I can't see a world where Rob thinks that. First of all, I didn't understand why they couldn't just meet somewhere neutral, or I don't know. I don't know why they had to meet at the house. But either way, what Rob doesn't understand is that when you are paying a majority, first of all, you the man. When you pay, when you holding it down and you contributing, or you contribute at a high level with someone, you don't got no kid. You trying to make a kid with her. She don't tell you who can come to the house. Man could never tell. It wouldn't matter what happened. Man could never tell no woman that your family can't come to the house. He will look crazy. He will be seen as an abuser. She's trying to isolate him from his family. I've been through that shit. Crazy women, and that is a sign. Listen, that's something to point out to young men. The kind of women that don't want you to be around your family or try to keep you from being around your family. You know why? Because most of the time, if they know that they keep coming around you and your family, what they know is that other people don't see them the same way. So other people are not, how can I say, are not as invested, and they have an idea that, all right, well, he may see me for who I actually am if we're around other people. When you're just alone with somebody all the time, and it's just you and them, they're able to control the narrative or control how you see them. I've been through that. So I understand there was a lot going on. So when Tenni and Rob's mom got into it and they started fighting and whatnot, Tenni mushed Rob's mom first. She made contact first. And Rob is over here talking to her like she crazy. You know another reason why Rob is doing that? Because he don't know what to do about this. He can't control his girl. What he's trying to do is get his mom and just basically get his mother to believe the same bullshit that he believed, which is Tenni wouldn't hurt a fly. Tenni's a good woman. Rob, that's nothing that men do when they have problems, right? When you're broken, you relate to people who's broken, and then you wonder why you don't have no good relationships. Men gotta realize, yo, one thing I get women for the most part, even if they're not successful at it, at least they'll talk about aiming for a higher caliber of man. Men, it don't matter what they have going on in life. One of the reasons why you won't be productive, bro, is because you try to relate to broken women. In his mind, he thinks that I deserve a broken woman. She's coming with 2 kids and zero support. I'm not really hating on you having 2 kids. I'm a single father, right? But I'm with my son. You know what I'm saying? And my son be with his mother during the week. And if I need to get him or give him an extra day, I'll go and get him. He come here whenever he need to come here, right? But it would be unfair to everyone if the time wasn't divvied up equally. Those kids don't go nowhere. He don't get no time to enjoy his woman. Now, luckily, it was a big kids. They can start staying at home by themselves and whatnot. But he don't get no time to enjoy her. It's a big downside. There's no trade-off. You don't have no kids for her to parent. Again, that getting with a woman with kids is for men who already have kids. You don't have no kids. First of all, another thing too is men don't put women on the same kind of notice when it comes to maintaining her end of the bargain, making sure that, hey, things are cool between the both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Making sure she's keeping herself up, making sure she's behaving in a way where she wants things to go smoothly. Tenni, like, he has spoiled Tenni to the point where Tenni thinks she can come home and check him. And not only that, call it her house. I mean, yeah, you live there and whatnot, but Lil Rob is taking care of things, I see. And he don't even realize the power in that because he's used to some women trying to take from him. That's all he's ever known is a woman taking from him and maybe getting some sex. Or getting sex now, because, I mean, you know, he's been locked up like, it's not locked him up forever. He was locked up since he was a kid. But I'll let this play.
I'm sorry about what happened. I didn't think my mother was just going to pull up like that.
It's all right.
I wonder how.
And again, this shit right here. Being too nice to those kids. Also, you're making those kids think that that's what men are supposed to do. What would do whatever you can to make everyone comfortable. To a certain degree, when you're a man, when you're in this space, it may hurt. It's uncomfortable, pause, but you're going to have to make people adjust to you a little bit. They're supposed to look for your approval, supposed to ask you what you think about shit. All right? He doing everything because he thinks he's being a good man, right? By asking them and making sure they're okay. Fam, this is him working out some sensitive shit. All right? You supposed to be giving them the context of what's going on. Hey, but my mother came by today and everything. So this is how we work things out with family. We have a conversation and have dialogue. Hey, listen, there may come a time where you have problems with an issue problems with a family member or a friend. And listen, you guys, how are you guys going to make up if you don't talk? That's what you should be talking about. Not talking to them as if like they witnessed a gunfight or witnessed someone get hurt or something traumatic. Fam, them kids is crying because their mother was trying to kill his mother. If you look at that footage, Tenni is going after his mother. If Rob was not there, Tenni would have jumped on his mother and tried to maul her. She was trying to fight. That's not. I keep telling y'all, big girls and tall girls be violent, bro. They get physical. I'm trying to tell you. And I got love for Big Shirley. I love for the Angel Reeses of the world. Just a giant. You feel me? So, Tenni is in full office attire. This right here. First of all, I think that when the black woman put on an outfit like this shirt, it just make you more sassy. You already know she wasn't in there doing shit. All right, she non-productive to the point where this is her first day at work and she's watching the damn cameras instead of focusing on work.
My mama feel
Not too pleased.
Should I have talked to Tenni before my mom came around my kids? I should have. Hello.
So
Hi.
no, hey. I had to come all the way home on my lunch break because I get on the camera and find out that your mom's been in the house and you didn't tell me.
So, on this channel, it is very important to acknowledge, and what we break down on this channel is also certain interactions. She's coming home to bitch him. She's coming home to let him know who got the Johnson. She talking to him like she got the balls. I wish a woman would come to my house and tell me about having my own mother at the house. You know what that says about what she think about him? Yo, if she was dating a Brad, you think she would tell no white man that his mother can't come to the house? Or your mother came over, you ain't think, man, listen, she wouldn't have dare try to punch that white woman in the face. You know how crazy that would look? You understand? And he gonna say, and what he has to understand is you gotta take your L. You trying to be liked. People respect you more when you got a little bit of fuck you about yourself. If you don't have anything to say, no, listen, fuck you. Because that's what that kind of woman wants to, I don't say wants to hear, but kind of needs to hear. Tenni is not going to she's going to keep responding to you trying to be kind and nice, understanding as basically you a bitch. Or basically you're a pushover. She can't come check you about that. She can ask you about it. Oh, hey, I seen that your mom came by. Everything okay? Everything all right or whatnot? How come you didn't tell me? She came home and checked him like she was his mother. And this is what black men are starting to see across time and space. Y'all think you can really tell black men what to like, what we should want in a relationship, what kind of women we should want, like all that shit. You know what I mean? And you seeing it all play out. It's not even a situation where he need her for nothing. He's there because he really loves her that much. And he don't realize, yo, if you want to be with a woman with a couple of kids, that's like a dime a dozen. It would not be hard for you to find. Listen, there are plenty of women out there who want the Marab, but he don't know that. I think they married. Man, I wish you would. I would have told, girl, if you don't take your hands off your hips when you're talking to me, he supposed to check her. All these men are going through situations where they don't know how to check their girl. Don't know how to say nothing. You don't know how to speak up for yourself in a manly way. You check that shit right away. Like, no, you don't tell me what to do. And if she got a problem, hey, listen, you can take care of stuff on your own. If you're not willing to at least express walking away, the woman not going to respect you, bro. If you always trying to work shit out and she coming, it's one thing if y'all both talking about something, right? But if she come acting like she got a problem with you and whatnot, that's not how you come at your man. Unless it's a situation where you've asked on several occasions to not do something that y'all agreed to that it's not a good idea, or something that like say like it something that belongs to her, something that's her property. They weren't spending time together. Your kids were upstairs. Like she acted like he invited a spirit into the house as if he got his Ouija board out and he welcomed some ghosts in the house. I'll make sure my house still standing. Is she the juggernaut? Is she like an X-Man bitch? Talking about Tenni. I'll take a quick break, man. I gotta warm up my dinner, man. I'm still cooking. All right, we back. fair use. Don't be hating.
But actually, I didn't think she was gonna actually come.
But why wouldn't you tell me that she may come by? When I get on the camera and I see her in the backyard slamming her fist on the table, water flying everywhere, flipping out, and my kids are in the house, and you think that I'm not supposed to come over here and see what's going on? Because you failed to tell me that she was going to be here, period. I did not know.
I just didn't see this
That
as the
situation
issue.
was one step away from
I just didn't
escalating.
see this.
Escalating to what? I mean, like she keep making it seem like he's not. It's not the Ozark. He's not selling dope. He don't sell dope. That wasn't like a dope deal where like, yo, if things go badly, the kids may get it. It wasn't like after that she was gonna say, Rob, open that door and let me act to these kids. I'ma F them kids up. What are you talking about? No. Tenni is coming in to do a very backwards way of protecting her investment. She's there to tell her investment, you better not do don't do nothing I don't like you're doing. But also, I'm sorry, that wasn't that funny. But anyway, Tenni is also training and reinforcing in his mind, you will only allow to think the thoughts that I tell you that you could think. Or basically, I'm supposed to always have input on all your actions and you do what I say. That's not how it ever works. That's the same as you, and he doing the same thing with them damn kids. When you asking for the input way too much, and you know why it's not good? Oh no, I can't have this. No, this can't happen to me. No. Nah, man. Rest in peace to my L, man. I had no idea that there was even. Oh man, that's a waste, man. I felt like Dr. Umar. I had no idea that this was even going on. I had no idea that there was actually self saying there the whole time. And I don't know why I thought that would be a good place to put that at. But anywho, well, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you might find you get what you need. I forgot what I was talking about, but I found my way back. So, like I was saying before, man, you have to respect the natural order of things for things to actually be in order, right? You're reinventing the wheel. But the thing is that he doesn't have the willpower to do that either. Because he's still reconciling a lot of different things. He wasn't in the house with his father. His father was also in and out of jail. So he had a terrible example for a role model. I mean, he had 4 other brothers. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to be raised with in dysfunction. Not only that, like he committed crimes to the point where they locked his ass up for almost 20 years. He went in at like 17, 18 and came out a grown man. Like all the way grown. Not like he like 24, 25. He came out like 34 years old. So he doesn't realize that he's younger than me. You're at the beginning of your prime. Where like, where you have the maturity, right? The brother in shape and everything. He not lazy. Like, and it's nothing that happens all the time too, where guys who are willing to be husbands and willing to kind of deal with women who got baggage and whatnot, they always get the short end of the stick. Like I said before, you feel like, all right, well, I'm broken, so I need to go find someone else that's broken. Rather than, all right, let me just, what are my issues? What is the problem? What's the feedback that I've gotten? How close am I to my purpose? How close am I to my God? I just say my God for lack of a better word, but you know what I mean? Like your faith, whatever it is. How close are you to that? Because if you're close to that as a man, then you should be that basically means that you are a good man, because if you're close to your God, that means that you're working on it. You're working on refining your idea right from wrong, and it's an ever-going, a never-ending process. It's a never-ending endeavor. You're always looking to become a better person. If you practice them, your faith correctly, So, yeah, man, Rob, Lil, she turned him into Lil Rob right now. It's kind of nasty work, bro. You gotta get your balls back, because she backing him down. He's not making eye contact. He looked confused.
This is an issue.
And then she had the nerve to say that I provoked her.
Yeah,
Do you feel like I provoked her?
no.
It's what I'm talking about. Mind control over Debo. She got mind control over Debo. Told you. Rob's way of solving this problem with Tenni and his mother is to try to convince his mother and try to gaslight her into thinking that she hit Tenni first. So that basically in his mind he thought that, well, if I can get her to just believe the lie and support the lie, then maybe she'll apologize. And if she apologizes to Tenni, then maybe we can move on. This is dangerous. She knows she hit that woman first. This is a really big deal because whenever this happens in a relationship, you never let a woman do this to you. There was one time where I was with my ex, right? This is when I first started getting really like afraid. I was like, the fuck was that? And she just started having like more and more instances where it was like her reactions or stuff she would do just wouldn't really make sense. And it would just be like, what's your problem? You know what I mean? And she was on the phone, right? And like she was talking to her mother, and because it was when we had went to go see Ant-Man. These kids was talking, and I think by mistake, she called me her ex-husband's name, and she said, yeah, so and so went down there to go talk to them and whatnot. Oh, the kids were making so much noise that so had to talk to them, and rather than apologizing to me when I brought it up and everything, I'm over here like, because it really bothered me. I'm like, yo, did you just call me by his name? And rather than apologizing to me and everything, she got really upset, like really mad, and basically told me that I'm lying about that. I'm just fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't conceited. I never said no. I didn't hear him. No, that's what I heard. No, you call me by his name and whatnot. You know what I mean? And and really was walking around mad with her arms folded. I'm over here like, what the hell is your problem, right? But and that was one of those times where like, yo, I could have let it go. And for the most part, I said what I had to say. And when I was like no long drawn out thing, but she really was trying to gaslight me into basically kind of like recanting my statement, knowing that that's what she did. People like that, people who are broken, what they'll kind of resort to is bullying you. These are I'm sorry, no, scratch that. These are the ways in which women bully men. She's in there bullying that man right now, not showing him no appreciation. All right, it wasn't until he was working for I don't know how long they said, "Yo, you got to get a part-time job." All right, he done made it to where you was able to stay home for mad long, and you had no plans of doing nothing, and you can't even give that man you can't even be peaceful with his daggone mother. As crazy as she is. Let me tell you something. When you meet women and they got kids already, don't be thinking that she's just waiting for you to come along. You need to seriously vet her and really find out what are her issues, what are her problems. Pay close attention to how she treats disagreements and and what are her conflict resolution skills, and does she have a desire to resolve conflict? Because the issue here is also that Tenni is not a person who wants to resolve things. People like women who are controlling like this and masculine like this, they don't have because again, they get caught up in the experiences. Women like experiences because it gives them stimulation. She's caught up in the stimulation of exercising control because Rob is going to entertain it. What Rob needs to do if he's not going to check her, say, all right, well, I'm about to go for a walk. I'm about to go for a ride, so I'm gonna see you a little later. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it needs to go every time. She's trying to start a conversation. I'll talk to you about it later. Or I'm not, or I said what I had to say. I'm going for a ride, I'm going for a walk. Something besides sitting there scratching his head and backing down. I'm like, goodness gracious. I know that you wasn't doing this in jail.
I had your back on that. What are you talking about? I had your back. Just like
basically, yo, I lied. I lied and just agreed with you. You know what I mean?
I would have her back if you provoked her. I don't recall Tenni putting her hands on my mom first. What I seen, I don't know if it's called selective seeing. I wouldn't want that, but what I seen is my mom hit my wife.
Me, it ain't no
They show that clip every single time. Every time he says that, you know how crazy it made. And I feel so sorry for the brother because he's in an abusive relationship. He is seriously saying for a fight he was there for, he had a front row seat. He is seriously saying and continue to double down on the fact or the idea that his mother got them into a fight. Yes, she was confrontational. Yes, she was bugging the hell out. But Tenni was not helping. Tenni, every time he says that, they go to the scene and you see Tenni's hand go up first and connect. And here he is trying to tell his mother that his mother hit her first. I know I keep saying that, but I've been through this kind of thing where you're in a relationship with someone who wants you to look at your family in a negative way or use an issue that's going on with your family in a way. I remember I never forget, like, yo, I remember when the final days of the relationship with me and my son's mother, it's like a year before. And for the most part, if I ever did anything wrong, if I ever messed up, if things wasn't going right and whatnot, it was never, everything gonna be all right, babe. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, we're gonna figure it out. It was always, let me treat you like shit for the rest of the day. Let me give you an attitude. Let me not give you anything you want. Because for the most part, I always say, like, it wasn't really a relationship. It was just a girl I knew, and we happened to have a kid. And a lot of guys don't realize that this woman that you're in a relationship with, this just a girl you know. She hasn't shown you any, because she doesn't care about being your fucking wife. She's not thinking like, oh my God, I can't wait to be his wife so I can do these things and I can shine in this way and I can help to build a great family and support a great man and stuff like that. Those are actually men's dreams. Men do most of this shit in hopes of being able to do that, in hopes of being able to have a group of people who support him and love him and appreciate him. Yeah. Those are part of men's dreams. Those are not women's dreams. Women for the most part want marriage, but mostly for all the parts that are good for her, from the attention to the stability, maybe the love making, but it's never from the aspect of, I take pride in knowing that my husband thinks I'm a good wife. My kids think I'm a great mother. But I'm saying, not only that, but I make an effort every day to be a good wife and a good mother. I always say, I had a conversation with my brother a while back about music, and I'm like, man, you got to do more. You got to do more, so that you can keep progressing. Because that's how all the GOATs get great. You don't hear all their records, or they make a lot of records. But no matter what, if you're making an effort to learn and continue to innovate and do something different and whatnot, then there will always be creativity. There will always be new levels. What creatives F up at is that you think that there's a limit to creativity. There's no limit to creativity. It never stops. Infinite. I reach it to the infinite. It's like right now, reach it to the infinite, bought you a channel. Here you go. I'm a creator. I create shit out of thin air. You know what? Hold on, man. I don't know, Lil Rob, man. This ain't no good look, bro. So this is Rob, man, fighting Tenni off his mother, man. Tenni was going for blood. She was trying to destroy his mother. Okay, if Rob wasn't there, she would have bit her. I believe that all my soul. She would have bit his mother. She was ready to bite her nose off. Arr.
Did she put your hand on Kate first? I did not put my hands on Kate first. It's not in my character. It's not something I would do. Next question.
I just feel like you're worried about.
That is scary. That could you imagine a man doing that? Could you imagine in the inverse, right? And let's say he's arguing with her father or something like that, and he hits her father, and it's this whole thing where he keeps saying, I ain't hit him first. I ain't hit him first. And they keep showing the video. They had to have shown that video. All right. But how she's acting right here, this is okay. And another thing too is this is why you have to have a vetting process. A lot of men have to realize that, bro, you got to be able to take your losses, man, and know when to cut your losses. Rob has to know he needs to cut his losses. You have lost here. You are not going to get her on. First of all, you don't have a program. That's why you can't get her on it. And once you have your program together, she's not going to change for you, bro.
About how you feel and not taking into consideration how I feel. So
I understand. I know you miss your mom. I get that. It's okay that you
I
miss
do,
your
just
mom.
like there's
It's
times-
okay that you want a relationship with your mom. I want you to have a relationship with your mom, but don't force it on me.
I hear you. This is just the start of it, and hopefully she can come more. Just like when we went bowling the other day. I would have loved for my mom to be there.
Yes, I would love to go bowling with your mom, but what I don't want is a bowling ball hitting me in the head the moment.
A bowling ball hit you in the head. All right, man. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let her cook for 30 more seconds, yo. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Something
Tenni,
doesn't
go
go
ahead.
her way.
So you come on lunch break to tell me my mom cannot come back to this house?
Yeah, when she's slamming her fist on the table and throwing a whole temper tantrum like a 2-year-old. There are kids upstairs of ours that can handle a situation
So
better than
this
her.
is what I'll do. I'll spend most of my days going to see my mama.
Absolutely sounds good to me.
That
do
sounds
that.
good. That
You
sounds
do
great.
that.
That
Sounds
sounds
good.
great.
All right, I'm done.
That's what I'll do.
Bye.
For someone who wants to bring a child in,
Man, I know he is shaking. He don't know because again, he a good person. Overall, he's a good dude. He really love her. He's trying to be a good man to her. You understand? Trying to be a good man to her. And in so many words, she's telling him, your mother can't come around here. He don't got a bunch of family. He's got his mother. You know what I'm saying? That's his mother. If a woman ever tries to make you feel like you can't talk to your mother or be around your mother or talk about your mother or call you without her name, she's demonic. That's demonic. It's not normal. It's abusive. It's the abusive woman, bro. Yeah, cut his losses and leave, man. Those ain't your kids and that ain't your woman. Women have to make a conscious effort to be able to move on to a new man and have a relationship with a new man. A lot of women never move on from the guy that they was with mentally. And they treat every guy who come after that as you're a dummy for coming here and since you want to take his place, we're going to abuse you because you don't belong here, dummy. You're a fool. You must be an idiot. Because that's how she treated him. She don't I'm like, fam, listen, she needs you. You in your prime. She not in her prime. She's not even in shape. That's another thing too. She don't let me tell you something. Whenever you see women that's wanting to be big like that, and again, I don't think nothing really wrong with her, but you know she's a bigger girl, right? Bigger women most of the time don't give a fuck, bro. They're more confrontational. They don't care. They have less respect for men. You know what I'm saying? But it mostly has to do with like, yo, listen. If she don't care about her weight, she definitely don't care about what's best for everyone. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, man. We are 23 minutes in, man. Y'all be safe out there. Love y'all. Please drop a comment down below if you have any thoughts on the subject, man. And peace. We out.